just laid down. Okay. Just want to make it flatter, this like background. I just want to make it nice and flat so that, you know, it doesn't have all these all this brush work. Okay. That's looking a little better. So use this. Use all the materials that we have in our grasp here. This creates a nice fiery red with this. And here we go. You love my thumbnail? Oh, thank you. Trying to do something a little different, you know? Shake things up. Thumbnail is all it's about. All right, here we go.
Fully covered carrots going in the basket.
Okay. So let's do this. Here's something else cool. So I have this now too, and I might just be able to use this. So I'm trying out some new ideas. You've been really busy. You're sorry you haven't been around. It's all good, man. You are forgiven. Let's go like this. So we're gonna actually have something to paint around, unlike usual. What I really wanted to do with this template is to just have like a nice shape, you know, a nice shape to work with, something nice and a nice hard edge shape. And here we go. Which side was this? Okay, here we go. So if this was this way, let's see, which way was it? It's like that, right? Okay, so I just need to dump some tape on this side. Actually, you know what? Let's just work with what we got right here. This will work. You've been really busy. Hey, it's all, you know, Bow and Arrow, when you pop in, it's a wonderful little surprise then, right? We keep some exciting little surprises. And there we go. So let's do this. Now for the fun part, we've got our face. And let me see. Let me cut out a couple of ovals. I've got these great pair of scissors that I'm going to use.
Alexa, what time is it?
Good morning, Kathleen. It's 11:57 a.m.
So this pair of scissors cuts through pretty much anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out some little ovals. All right. Let me think. Maybe I should like sketch them out first. So we're going to do some live oval cutting. Sketch this out. How do I want this shape to be? I'm gonna go right in this corner. We're gonna go like right here. It's gonna go round. And I want the other one to be less ovally, but about the same length. And there we have that. So let's do this. Put our supplies down. Let's cut out some ovals here. You know what? Maybe I'll just cut out a little rectangle. Okay, I'm gonna cut out two little. You never know when you're gonna want to use this as like for something else. So you know what? Actually, I'm gonna cut a little ring around this. I'm gonna cut a little ring around it. So a little ring around this thing. And then we're going to cut through. Okay, and here we go, cutting through. And let's go like this. I have this. And then we're gonna have this. So we're gonna go around. You never know when you might need these again. So I want to be able to create like a ring around all these things. And here we go. So I made these little stencils. I'm gonna make these stencils right here. Or templates and stencils. I'm experimenting with some new ways of painting because what I found with my previous works is I feel like there's a little too much expression and not enough control. Not enough control of my paint, just, you know, overly express, right? Overly too much brush work rather than control over my materials. And sometimes it's good to, you know, try to do a little bit of both, right? There's an element of, you know, everybody wants to have an element of chaos, but also capturing a little element of chaos plus control, right? How can you capture both at the same time? And I think the artist formerly known as, well, currently and formerly known as Francis Bacon, he was definitely an expert on that. So let's see, where's a good place for this? We're gonna go put this like right here. Let's put down the other one. What did I do with the other one? Ah, here we go. So let's see. This is probably going to be like right here, right? Right here. So this is my first time really experimenting with using these little templates that I make, and we'll see how this turns out. I'm as excited as all of you to see how this will turn out. All right, and here we go. So we're gonna go like this. And you know what? I want to use some grays here. So I'm going to try to keep my colors to warm grays or yellow or orange or red. Got this gray. Got some black. I don't really have like a gray. Ah, here we go. This is a gray, a warm gray. Yeah, actually, no, I don't want a warm gray. I want a cool gray. Just going to pull out my Payne's gray right now. This, for whatever reason, this oil paint smells really, really strong. But let's pull out some Payne's gray, and then let's go grab the rest. I'm gonna hopefully use up the rest of this Van Dyke brown here. Let's go like this. I really love this idea of like adding stencils and templates into my painting because it's really giving me something else to do with my hands other than paint. One of the reasons why I got into painting was I wanted like, I wanted to like really get my hands into something, right? I've always been good with computers, technology skills, typing, or anything like that, right? Anything on a computer keyboard, I'm pretty good with. That's how I grew up, right? I grew up with computers. And then painting for me was almost like touching grass for the first time after many, many years, which so I walk around my apartment with sandals, and my feet pretty much touch the ground for like less than 2 minutes a year, except for in the shower, right? Except for when I go to the beach. Other than that, my feet rarely ever touch the ground. And like, if you actually go outside and step on grass, it's pretty amazing. Now, this is going to sound silly because telling someone to touch grass is an insult. It means that they've, spent too much time inside. But even the people that tell people to touch grass, I have a feeling that they haven't actually felt grass in a long time with their bare feet. And it's quite an interesting thing. And it's like that. Part of the reason why I got into painting was like that, because I did all this like technology stuff, this computer stuff. But what I found was that it wasn't really like making me feel as if my mind was working on something. When you actually paint, when you sculpt, when you carve, if you're into carving or whatever, or when you're working with your hands, you really access a different part of your brain. And it just creates this effect. There is a unique feeling to when you paint or use your hands for some craft that you want to do. So let's do this. Let's lighten up our red a little bit. I'm gonna grab this little bit of red that we have here. Let's see if we could grab our blue and make it like a purple. I want to make a purple here. Let's go grab this color. Oh, it's just turning into a blue. That's not what I want. What should I do? Let's see. Maybe add in some more of this burnt sienna here. I'm gonna brown it out a little bit. Let's see. Let's paint around this. We're just gonna go. Oh well, it's like a black. I don't know about that. Let's bring in some of our white. Oh, is Melissa in wherever? And let's go like this. Maybe bring in, actually I need more red. And let's see, let's go into this area. And here we go, let's paint into here. I wonder if the quality of this is gonna feel different because I use these stencils, or these templates. Make you feel more alive. Video games, dang true, they make you feel more alive. Right, yeah, it makes you feel more alive. That's a great way of putting it, for sure. Doing some nice hair. Let's go. I wonder if this would have any impact. So here's something that I wanted to do, but I'm actually kind of concerned because I don't want to mess up the background. But I'm trying to think if I just lay this down here, if it would take up too much of the paint. Let me see. I can always repaint the background. All right, let's go grab some of our Scotch tape. This might just help a little bit in like keeping our painting. Let's see. If I tilt it this way, not all of it goes on. All four corners here. Is this considered tracing? I don't know. I mean, I guess if I make it myself. Like the problem with my paintings that I've had recently, the reason why I haven't liked them, I think, is because I don't have enough like clean shapes and forms within the painting. And I feel as if I can possibly have more freedom by having a shape around the forms through the use of a stencil, I might do a better job with my paintings. So that's the goal of all this that I'm doing right now. That is the primary goal. Oh, no. All right, well, that's not going to work because they won't stay. Oh, well. It's worth a shot. Not a big deal. But here we go. I've got this brown. Let me grab a smaller brush here. And I try to keep my colors more kind of fleshy. I'm going to try to keep my colors a little bit tighter here. And here we go. Let's just do a really light version of this color and come down on the nose. How will we do this? Let's go. Let's use a nice edge here. We're gonna do something, this edge that we've created, just so we can have this edge. I'm just gonna paint around it, trying to find the shape of the nose here. Actually, you know what? Let's go bring this down a little bit first. We're gonna bring the nose down. And use a flat brush. Let's find a good flat brush. Alexa off. And I'm only going to be painting for a little bit longer. I'm not painting too long today. We're going to go, probably be done in the next like 10 minutes. I just wanted to get this initial layout finished. And there we go. Let's see. Let's grab some of our fleshy colors here. I'm gonna get some more flesh tone. So got to use this ochre, and then I'm gonna go with this peach or this rose. We got this pale rose blush here. I'm gonna use that to capture some more flesh tone. Isn't it nice to just have colors ready instead of having to mix all of them? Now I know like the ultra technical artists love to mix their own colors, you know, because it really demonstrates some expertise if you can mix any color. But I find that honestly it wastes a lot of paint because I don't always use the color that now, I guess if you want to take another level, you could say, well, if you're really a good artist, not only can you mix any single color that you want, but you can also put exactly the amount that you're going to need so it never goes to waste. But I find personally that I do waste a lot of paint if I mix my own colors. I waste a lot of paint either way, but at least this way. Let's add some fleshy color here. Let's go fleshy around the eyes. Go flesh around the eyes here. And then let's go the brown flesh color and go underneath. And let's go. I'm just going to bring some of these colors around here. Let's get this fleshy flesh, the flesh of the flesh. And let's bring this up right into here. So we're going to come up like this. And let me see. How do we do this? Right here's good. Alexa, cancel. It's 12:18. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna finish painting here in a few moments, but I do want to start by bringing in some shade here. You know what I could do? I could just take off this tape and lay this over with my hand instead of depending on it to stick. So let's put this up, and let's go. Bam, perfect fit. A little bit to the right. There we go. All right, so let's go see how this works here. First time messing with this. We're gonna go around here. And let's go with some white. We're just gonna go, let's go little bits of white right here around the ear to get the ear. And then we're gonna get a little jowl. Bring in the white jowl right here. And let's go. Where's my sock? Let's smudge some of this with a sock, shall we? Let's smudge it with a sock. Trying to use some more grays. I know that's not the right color to really capture human, but just want to try to keep some grays around. Maybe even some black at some point. But for now, let me go paint right into here. Let's bring some of this, and we're gonna grab our white. Let's just bring this up. How do we find this? I'm gonna find a little bit right here. And here we go. Let's add some white into the head here. And then we can mix stuff in as we go. And really, I don't know if this is going to turn out the way it looks in a photo, but who knows? Who knows? We shall find out. There's always some mystery. Always good to have some mystery. And then we're going to go like this. Let's go with some of this hair here. Want to bring this hair down. All right, let's take this away for now. Just see how this is coming about. Got something. It's interesting. I like it. I like some of the things that are happening now. Let's go like this. Let's just add some of these scratches of gray into here.
I can't believe I did that.
And here we go. You know what? This is perfect to have right here because it'll help me get a shadow. And let's see. Let's grab this red out here.
Oh.
Let's go right here with, grab some of this blue, just a little bit of blue. Mix it in with our burnt sienna again. Let's try to find a blendable area right here. This is a great brush for lining things, though. A great brush for lining things. So this is a Rosemary Co long filbert. I don't know that. Oh, it's evergreen. It's an evergreen brush. It's from Mark Maggiori's line. So Mark Maggiori, he's an artist who is probably one of the top figurative Western artists alive right now. And he has a brush line that's out on Rosemary Co. So I decided to check it out, see like what the brush is all about. And what's great is it holds its shape, but it also allows you to just do these really fine lines without smudging too much paint. And here we go. We're done with this brush almost. Let me see how I can go in with this. Just getting some extra color into this hair right here. And we got this. Let's add a little bit of a streak right here. Let's see how we can add this color. And here we go. and make you feel more alive. So I'm gonna be done here. Actually, you know what? I think I have to finish up right now because we got some stuff to do. We have some stuff to do today. Plus, I gotta go to work this evening. It's a late night shift for me today. But we're gonna leave this for now. Let's just leave this here. Something a little different. I do like so far. So as you see my other paintings, I don't use, I don't really use clean edges as much. And I thought that might be a fun way to not just, learn from the artists I admire. Like that's, one of the important things. But also because it gets me to paint differently. It gets me to, I have a lot of cardboard boxes too. I had a shipping business for a little while. It was a flipping business. Let's call it a flipping business. So I bought a ton of boxes, but it's really tough to actually keep up with buying and flipping goods on eBay. So, you really got to go to every estate sale, get a really good deal on items, and then you got to write about it. You got to list it on eBay. You got to prepare the boxes, the shipping, and then there's the space requirements. You really need enough space to be able to do all that. And then you gotta know the prices and to really increase the price of your products quite a lot. So because of that, it can be really hard to launch a business on eBay. Well, not launch a business on eBay. It's really easy to launch a business on eBay, but to keep up with a flipping business, where you actually go out and buy and sell goods, it's not easy. And are the profits really there? That's debatable, right? Are the profits really there? That's the question. Can you really make enough to keep it going? And sometimes that answer is no. So let's clean off this brush. So yeah, I have a lot of cardboard boxes. I figure why not make stencils and templates with my cardboard boxes. Look at this. I still have so much paint on some of these brushes. I need to get them off on something.
Okay, thank you. I'm at 803-316-9667. You want to come with me and then we'll go get something?
Yeah, sure. But I need a few minutes to.
What?
So I need a minute to clean up.
Well, yeah, I need a minute to go get his carry case and put it in.
I also got a shower.
Oh, you didn't shower yet?
No.
Well, he's got an appointment.
So what do you want to do?
I don't know. I'll drop him off there.
Okay. Well, if you can wait for me to shower, I'll go. But I gotta clean off my brushes, and then we're gonna wrap up. So everybody, I'm in the process of cleaning up right now. Let's go. We're gonna throw this paint on one of my canvases. Oh, just came right off. I'm loving this color though, and it's pretty disturbing. Like, you can already see that this is kind of like a disturbing image. It's ghostly. Very ghostly. We're late for our vet appointment. Uh-oh. That's one thing that helps keep your brushes in shape, is cleaning off your brush on a regular basis. Something that I failed to do when I first started. And then not only that, but using the right things to clean off your brush, which, you know, I used to use, I don't know what, I used to use like water and like baby oil, which is a horrible idea. I don't know what it did to my brushes, but none of my brushes that I used water and baby oil survived. I don't know where I read that baby oil helps you clean oil paint, but, you know, don't try to like do household cleaning supplies. You know, I had baby oil. I was just like, oh, let me just clean my brushes with baby oil. You know, use mineral spirits. Use a rag. I think you can actually do it with just oil too, but I think what happens with oil is if you let it sit for just long enough, it's gonna lose. Whatever happens to your paintings is gonna happen to your brushes, which is the paint is going to. There's a word with it. It begins with a C, where cure. Yes, the paint will cure onto your bristles, and it's gonna create a problem for cleaning. But we're gonna leave this painting at this right now. Just right there. Don't let the cats out.
Where?
Well, you just opened the door, right?
Who was in the kitchen?
Scout. I'm talking about Scout in front of Pookie.
What do you mean they're out?
I said don't let him out.
Oh! I thought you said they're out. Can I throw this out?
Yeah. Huh?
I wasn't planning to let them.
Yeah, I know,
I
but
opened the door.
it's not something you usually plan to, right? You just gotta.
Tighten up my head. My head.
All right. Okay. So here we go. We're wrapping up for now. If you that tuned in, thank you. But we're gonna be finishing up. We'll come back later to this. We'll be following up on his painting in a little bit.